see what I have on, and you can send me anything you want. But what makes it good for me is I appreciate the fact when people send you send you a request to ask you, can they send you a message?
Right.
And that way you can view their profile and be like, oh, with no disrespect, this is not what I'm trying to be involved with right now. And, and then you let them know. So just so everybody knows, me and Reese, we don't never portray that we're single. So,
Well, I mean, if you look at my personal Instagram, I mean, just as of yesterday, you see pictures of my family and I in the car.
Exactly.
We going downtown and doing this and doing that, whatever. I mean, you'll go through and see that, hey, I have my kids through there, I pump up their businesses, so I'm not in that place. And I know that there are some people that will, no matter if you're married or not, still want to, see you about something or whatever. But I'm not in that place, and I understand that there are people that are looking for something, and they kind of wish that I could have this and I can have that. But, guess what? The grass is not always greener. It most definitely is not. So
you're right about that. Sometimes the grass is too long on the other side. Ain't nobody want to cut that stuff down.
Right. So I do believe that people need to just be themselves.
Be yourself. Exactly.
If you're in a relationship, and if it's something where that you've come to the end of the road, or you be on your boys to men, then basically you just need to just handle that business. Try to do it as quietly as possible, because you don't want that to go through a whole messy ordeal or whatever. You get what I mean?
Correct, exactly.
But do what you need to do and move it on. And then if you're ready to go and get into another relationship or whatever, then do what you got to do.
And make sure you let that person know that you're ready to move on.
Right.
Don't just keep holding on, have this person holding on, because they could be doing something different with their life. So, so to answer the question, do you think people try to be single when they're on social media? Sure. Some people do.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know what the agenda is behind the person we have an idea, but we don't know what the agenda is. But if you look at it, because it made me, when I seen this again, it made me look a little differently at different people's profiles,
right, and
the posts that they put up. So you can determine, I don't look to see if a person's married or single, because that's farthest thing from my mind.
Right.
I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about if it's something that we can learn from each other, if it's something that can be productive for our podcast, if it's something that can be productive for our community and our neighborhood. So I'm not looking at the fact that if you're single or if you're married or not, because that's irrelevant to me, because that's not helping me to grow as a person.
Now, two things real quick. The first thing I would like to say is that there are some people that I believe they may not intentionally showcase that they are single, but because they've made a transformation in their lives.
Right.
So if you were in a relationship and unfortunately that particular person didn't feel good about themselves, whether or not they were overweight, the hair was short or whatever else. Now they get into the relationship, they're married or whatever, their hair has grown because of kids and hormones or whatever, right?
Right.
Or they got on the keto diet, the Daniel fast, Weight Watchers, something. Right. They lost all this weight. Now all of a sudden they don't look the same, right? So now they have transformed. They feel better. They're more confident. And now they're getting more attention also.
Right.
So not realizing that, hey, I was cute, I was beautiful, I was gorgeous, I was unique beforehand. And I think that's part of the other issue that we as a community, sometimes we glorify those that have certain shapes and looks and whatever else.
Correct.
And not realizing that, everyone is beautiful.
Correct.
And it's that, Sir Mix-a-Lot thing, 36, 24, 36, only if you 5'3", so I think sometimes we get so caught up in that and not realizing this person is, because I think to me, outward appearance can always change.
It will always change.
Always. But as long as you can sit there and have a conversation as long as you can sit there and look in that person's eyes like, wow, you got some pretty brown eyes or blue eyes or green eyes or whatever, as long as they're not contact, whatever floats your boat. You get what I mean? But, I think that's where we emphasize the outwardly look. Also, and that's where the social media piece comes in also.
So it basically comes down to imagery.
Right.
So it's all about your image and how you look and how you portray yourself.
Right.
Right. So I mean, and again, a lot of people don't know how to look in the mirror and see the beauty in themselves.
Right.
Because we're our own worst critics.
Right.
We will look in the mirror and see the worst that we know other people don't look at.
Right.
Until somebody tells us, "Oh, yo, I like the way your eyes line up," or I like the way your nose is. Your eyebrows are just right.
Right.
Did you know that you have one earlobe a little bit smaller than the other? And you don't pay attention to that stuff.
Right.
Because you're looking at all the negative. Oh, I need to lose some weight.
Right.
Oh, damn, I wish my left knee was bigger than the other than my right knee.
Right.
But you're right. It all boils down to imagery, and like I say, social media can be a curse and it can be a gift. It's how you use it. You use it negatively, you're going to get a lot of negative response. So you have some women.
Unfortunately, people don't understand that whether or not it's negative or not, because they feel like, yo, I'm getting all this attention. It's positive for me.
And that makes it a little deeper, because a lot of that has to do with your self-esteem.
Right.
And that builds it to some people. That helps build their character up and build their self-esteem up.
Right.
But you ever see someone, you might be out in the world somewhere, you might be downtown somewhere, and a woman walks by you and she's wearing something that's very maybe revealing, but it's so nice. She looks so, you like, wow, she really looks good in this, and you don't have a lustful look, but she has this look of confidence and this strong look and this beautiful look, and she's walking like she's an Amazon and everything is going great with her, and then you look at her and she gives you a look like, why are you looking at me?
Yeah.
And then you like, did you ever notice what you put on this morning? Or you knew what you put on, but you didn't want the attention from me looking at you, just the person that you put this stuff on for, which is understandable. And that reminds me of what social media is. Because people will put on certain acts.
Right.
People will pretend to be single.
Right.
People will pretend to be this. Some people pretend to be married. Some people pretend to be in relationships because some people find that attractive, that they want to cheat with somebody that's in a relationship. Right. And they find that sneaking around, attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's you have to really be careful about what you do. Anything that you do, doesn't matter, just not just on social media, even people that you meet in the world. You just have to be careful, just be cordial with people, be nice to people, be yourself, and have the confidence and the strength in you and your ability, what you can do as a human being and what you can bring to the table to get you through. So, but remember, if you are pretending to be single, stop pretending you're single. If you don't want to be in a relationship, tell the person you don't want to be in a relationship so this person can move on. And if you're pretending to be anything that you're not, let that person know, because you get that person the option. It works out much better if you let a person know what's going on with you, because that gives them the option. And plus, that's being honest. You'd be surprised how much, there's always an old saying, how many bees can you get with honey? And what happens when a bunch of flies come around? So you know what that means. There's some ish going on around here.
Right.
Right. So just be yourself, and just enjoy yourself.
Right. There was a phrase back in the day where the boy was like, keep your head to the stars, baby bubbas. Just keep your head up. That's the whole point of that. You get what I mean? And if y'all know where that's from, hit us up. Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't realize that he died.
Right.
I just realized that.
Right.
But anyway, make sure y'all let us know where that's from, especially you from the greater Philadelphia metropolitan area. Let us know even when what time period that was. Was that in the 70s, 80s, or 90s? Right. I just want to see how old y'all are. But make sure that you follow us. Make sure you talk to us. And let us know how you felt about this conversation. If you have anything to add, subtract, multiply, or divide with this show, let us know. And tell us how you even portray yourself on social media.
Right, exactly.
All right, y'all. It's about that time.
Yeah, we got to pay some bills.
You realize that we've been on this thing for almost 25 minutes already.
Yeah, I know.
This was a great topic, and I hope that our person that sent this or asked us this question.
Yeah, the person that was in our neighborhood, that's in our community, in our neighborhood.
I hope that
I hate to say followers.
Yeah, right. I hope that you feel just a little more better.
Mm-hmm. And if it's you that is actually saying you're single, that you're single in your relationship, stop it.
So just be encouraged, one way or the other. Be encouraged that you're going to be better, that you're going to look better. Be encouraged that you're going to feel better. Be encouraged that your relationship is going to get better.
Yeah.
And if you're not happy with what you're doing in life, look at something else. Change your occupation. Go back to school. If you want to have another kid, I don't know what it is, or if you can't have kids, go and adopt. Do something. Take that long needed vacation that you've been wanting to do for the longest time. Do something that's going to lift you up, pick you up, where you're not worried about being validated by someone else.
Exactly. Make your own self-validation.
Right.
Put a price. Understand what your worth is and your own self-worth is.
Right.
So you make the price of what you are worth. It's up to you. Because once you put a price tag on yourself, the other person that wants to buy it, has to either buy it or turn it down.
Right.
But eventually somebody's going to buy it.
Right.
Somebody's going to spend the money.
So.
But you have to know your worth. You have to know that you are loved and respected and have confidence in yourself.
And I know one thing, that's a whole nother show.
It is.
Knowing your self-worth, that's a whole another topic.
Yes, it is.
But
we love you. But before we get out of here, I really like to give a personal thank you to Star Colors. It was a beautiful interview. And we really loved all the feedback from her.
Yeah, it's very much so.
And her fans and all that. So we really appreciate that.
Big sis, thank you.
And be on the lookout for more great interviews such as that one.
Right. And I want to tell y'all that these people that we will be interviewing coming up, yes, they may seem like they may be out of reach or out of touch or whatever else. But if you notice our content, we try to make it as like they just sit in your living room.
That's it.
That's what we want this show to be like. For us to be sitting in your living room, you're sitting there with us, you're just waiting to jump in like you playing double dutch. And that's what we mean by, hey, make sure you comment, with how you feel about what's going on. But we love y'all.
Y'all have a blessed week.
And just make sure y'all continue to tune in.
Mazel tov.
And continue to share. I know y'all already like us. Y'all already been listening,
You're already making the comments.
Just make sure y'all comment and
share. Keep sharing and making the comments, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
The agent and we look for change. You conquered the pressure and you did not fall.